Thank you, Eric. Mr. President, dear ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to be here as a Director General of Tax and Customs, because not many people like to pay taxes or fill the tax declarations, but we have to at least, because we have the country and we need the services, so somebody has to collect them. Let me introduce our experience and some visions what we now dealing with. So. Some words, what has happened. We were first department in Estonia starting with e-services, and at that time, 15 years ago, about these people started to do this, they were criticized. And you know why? The criticism was that why we need e-services for privileged people having computers at their home. So it was 15 years ago, not every family yet had their computers at home. But can you imagine, 15 years has gone, and we have again the same kind of information that the people don't have computers anymore. They have just smartphones, and they don't have bureaus and offices, so they are so movable. So just 15 years, and we are back. We need to do something again. Look at the figure here, about the 19 million euros we have spent for all our IT solutions. So it's a compliment for Estonian IT community. If you go home and ask your departments, tax departments, or any other department in your home, in your country, how much they're spending the IT, so it's a real compliment that our IT sector can do in a reasonable price very good work. So, and then another message is that we don't buy the ready-made solutions. We do it ourselves. It pushes your people and the partners to know the processes, so that you can't just buy something. You have to go all your processes. You find your best way to organize your work. And then sometimes we compare our tax collection with other countries among the OECD, and then Estonia, Sweden, and Switzerland in the top 3 about efficiency. So we are very proud of that we can organize our work through the IT solution. So these are the current situation, how much we share the information, or how we really operating. Just 1% of the visits in our bureaus. We keep it them open to just counseling, but most of the information comes to the e-taxation environment or the web page, and the contact center. And it's somehow we are proud of that. But me as a Director General, taking it is we have to leave it to history. We still using these kinds of e-services too much, so we can step forward now, and I will tell it later a bit. So what has happened during the 15 years? Most of the information we are getting the electronic way. For me, it's easier because my people can work in everywhere in the country. It doesn't matter. It's not anymore important where your people are locating you. You just deliver information, and you can do the regional policy. You can share this work over the country, so you don't have to work where the business really is. That you can share the information easily via online. But yes, it means that sometimes the colleagues ask, what was before that, what was a level of a shadow economy, for example. I will say, I don't know, because we had a huge amount of papers, but nowadays just the information and the real, the time accounting starting from that time, about the 2000 year 2000, so. It's not like only service. Sometimes you have to do something more. Every country having the shadow economy issue, and then a couple of years ago we started the new system here. That the countries implementing the VAT system, especially knowing that the VAT frauds are quite a headache, especially in Europe, and the countries implementing this. And what we did here, very rapid time. It took about a half a year to develop the system that we, together with the business, we share the information. So we have an overview about the transactions, more than 1,000 euro, and we can do the cross-check just by click. So each month we are gathering this information about this transaction, and then it takes some, I don't know, let's say hours, even less. to go through the models, define the risks, and to communicate with the companies that there is a matches, there is a mismatches. And then the effect was huge, that at the same time we are implementing end of 2014, we implemented the system, and then we raised the collection of a VAT about 11-12% during the 1 year. Same time the turnover, and then the purchases stayed the same, even less than the year before. So extra 100 million euro, we're collecting the VAT about 1.6 billion. And during 1 year, we collected from shadow economy extra 100 million euro. And then gave back to the business the fair competition environment much more. It was tough project to change the paradigm, but the main message is that if you want to fight about shadow economy, state cannot do it just themselves. You have to share the information, then they do it together with business and partners and operate together. So this is a slide describes the kind of looking to where we have to go. And I've heard many director generals of taxation talking about that, to support the business. And it's not easy to, let's say in a way, that I haven't seen anyone who succeeded. Because naturally your task is to collect the taxes. But Estonia, we think that you can't target the tax and customs anymore through the collection of the taxes. So you have to do something more, and then the collected taxes can be some kind of result, not the goal. You have to deal with tax morale, you have to deal with pays, or the companies who are paying the taxes. 5,000 companies from 110,000 pays in Estonia 90% of taxes. 70 companies paying 1/3 of taxes. So most of the business is small. How you share your resources, how you create a feeling, the bigger ones and the small business. And now we are creating our new strategy to just skip, or not skip, to take this like approach from collection of the taxes to approach that how to support. And believe me and my staff in a big, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's much easier to manage this department through the collection of the taxes. But to achieve this kind of paradigm change or thinking, it takes effort. When I told that we have quite a good e-services and then use them already 15 years, the truth is that from that point we are starting to renew or rebuild all our IT services from zero. Can you imagine? 15 years ago, 15 years we have used them, and now we are do it again from scratch, from nothing. So it means that you can't anymore just massage. You have to start from zero. And these are some keywords here that we want to put in place more heavily. We have a couple of issues mentioned here on this slide that we are already using in our current services, but now we have to focus that not just the e-services, but how to get rid of the tax department at all. So why you need still declarations? Why you need these electronic formulas? I don't think not anymore. And we reached a solution. Here is one example here that why in Estonia 100,000 companies every month filling the income tax declaration, income and social tax declaration. Why? Doesn't matter you are big or small. Everybody have to find one room and bookkeeper to present the declaration once a month. And we are thinking that it's not needed anymore. We can do it differently. We're just saying that we want to be the first country having no tax declaration at all. Can you imagine? It's a good signal to business that please come here. You don't have to fill any tax declaration if you don't want to. But if you share the information, we will do it for you. So it means that just share a piece of data. If you pay the salary, please give the permission to the bank to send information about these transactions, to send this information to tax and customs. Not bookkeeper, but we as a tax officer calculate your taxes. Instead of your bookkeeper, you have to pay for this work. We are doing as a service. After that, we're sending invoice to the bank, and you just get the report. Your taxes are paid. And believe me, it's a voluntary. I'm very much hoping by the end of this year, this new process is already on the business. It's a voluntary, but all the idea is that we have to do it as attractive that people in a business will start to use it. Because especially small companies, why we need this monthly, ongoing reporting by the declaration. Just, I don't want to. I want to do my business. I don't want to use any minute or any other hour, not talking about days, to communicate with state. Audit of small business. Most of a business in Estonia, like in every country, is small. Why we keeping this kind of, I don't know, atmosphere that the tax and customs will come and control you? I don't know, 100 companies in Estonia paying about 10% of, 100,000 companies in Estonia paying 10% of taxes. We're saying that the audit, in brackets, means that we just reflect the information. This kind of information is not available yet. You have to do extra presentations, go somewhere and introduce. But we believe that we collect more if we just reflect the current situation, what's happening around the small business. Various indicators, averages, paid taxes, tax portfolio risks, whatever. And you can do smart decisions, much wiser business if you know this information. And this is like an audit, the future audit of small companies. So, sharing economy. I was 2 months ago in Washington and then met David Bluff, who's a strategic strategic director of Uber company. And Uber operates in 400 cities and 70 countries. And believe me, if David Bluff came to me and if I introduced myself, he said that, oh, I know you because we have talked about a lot of you. Or how it's in English. We have talked about you, let's say. And I felt as a director general after that somebody paid the bonuses because just something different we have done because he he knows us. But what happened a year ago, Uber came to us and then they were kind of suspicions that what's going to happen. And then we said that there's nothing to do with control, yet at least. Maybe not even in future. It's only service. And we agree that these people who are earning the money through the Uber environment, they have to first to get the service, not the control. It means that we are created and also we are continuing with creation of our e-services to be possible that the people who earn the money and then their tax morale is so high, they can easily pay the taxes. And in Estonia, we have the first people in Estonia who pay the taxes through the Uber environment. So it means that these people allowed Uber to send this information to us. We put this information, their tax declarations, and they didn't do any extra movements to pay their taxes. And then I always admire that Estonia has these people first in the world to pay the taxes. And we will continue with them to create a service for small companies, the one-man companies. So it means that the first service comes first. I'm using the Uber, and I like this service because it's another motivation to do the business. And you can't start the share economy talking about first of the taxes. It's a initiative of entrepreneurship. So it's for us it's a at current moment service, and that we will continue like that. And reporting. Each country has to collect some information to manage different policies and the country itself. And very often we don't know how much it costs if the company is monthly sending the information to state. Is it a tax declaration or statistical board information? But I think we have to change one paradigm here. That we have historically we know that the business has to report to state. But let's think about that state reports to entrepreneur. This is a change of paradigm. And how to collect the data. And now we have a project ongoing that all the data state wants to report to entrepreneur must be collected automated way through the ERPs and other solutions, because very often state doesn't understand how much it costs. If 5,000 companies, pays, for example, 20,000 euros per year, it takes 100 million euros to cost. No extra value, no added value, which is spent just to deliver information. And together with statistical board, now we want to do it that you can use your switch that you are allowed to share the data to the state, and you will get back the report. What environment you are working for. You can make your decision. So that was my message here, and I give it word back to you, Henrik. Thank you.
Thank you.